tires was literally nothing. That's the reason Kurt Busch stayed out. They feel like they've got a shot at winning this stage. I'm almost surprised Moore did not stay out. Now, we can give you a little bit of example between Michael McDowell and Kyle Busch. There were 31 laps difference in their tires. Kyle Busch with the fresher tires. Let's look at the Ghost car right here. Again, 31 laps more on Michael McDowell's tires than the 18. And you see right there with our two Ghost cars, there is literally no differential whatsoever. So I feel like you learn from this. We are now just about this final stage. Track position is going to be king, and I don't know what 4 fresh tires, if it does that much for you.
Did you see that horsepower down the back straightaway come in? That was pretty impressive. That 18 car got really fast right at the end of the straightaway.
Well, 9 drivers stayed out. Would you believe B.J. McLeod, who got the free pass, a caution to go, he's now the 9th place car.
Wow.
He got back on the lead lap. He stayed out. He's in the top 10 along with Cody Ware, Justin Haley.
This race has had it all. I mean,
yes,
we've seen so much strategy, people mad at each other, and that's just typical for a racetrack where it's difficult to pass. They're going to lose their cool, and there's been a lot of contact.
But I like this right here. You're not going to win the race on speed. Win it on, do something on strategy. Do something different, because if you do what everybody else does, you'll follow everybody else.
When those lap times are the same, strategy always is going to play a role.
I would get out of the way if I were them. They're just going to get run over if they stay in the top position.
But they're going to finish this stage better than they would have if they just did what everybody else did, right?
Another thing that I think I saw with McDowell in that Ghost car, especially in 1 and 2, I think he only downshifted one time. You saw Kyle Busch really slow down the middle of the corner and then squirt, fast up off the corner. I think he shifted twice, where the 34 downshifted just once and carried more momentum through the middle of the corner.
Oh.
When I see and hear these drivers changing, instead of going 5th, 4th, 3rd, they go 5th to 4th. Also, that helps you not spin the tires up off of turn 2.
Get off the corner a little bit better, yeah. With these cars, it's just, it's all about momentum. We have a lot more horsepower than we had last year, but these things are still very, very sensitive to momentum. When you lose it, they don't like stopping and going.
Chase Elliott making another stop on pit road. Here are your Toyota top performers as we're 7 laps from the end of stage 2. Kurt Busch, Martin Truex, Kyle Busch in the top 10. Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin. Larry, about 24 cars on the lead lap did stop. What's the strategy here?
Yeah, Mike, they're thinking, what do we need to do to win this race? You will see the majority of them stay out at the end of stage 2 because, again, they're only going to have about 6 laps on their tires. If you stayed out, that's kind of forced your hand to have to pit at the stage break.
I like it, though, Larry. Some of these guys need those stage points. There's a big bonus at the end of the season for the most points, regular season points, and so some guys are thinking that.
All right, getting ready to restart. Cody Ware and B.J. McLeod did drop to the tail. They are still on the lead lap, trying to finish out this stage with Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson up front. Cole Custer, Ricky Stenhouse, Byron Haley, Truex Almirola, Kyle Busch, and Eric Jones, the top 10.
Took the outside, did Kurt Busch.
On a 3 wide back through the field.
Winding it up off turn 2.
You're clear.
All clear.
Whoa, Kyle Busch dropped to the bottom, jumped right up in line, drops again. Coming to the front.
Look at this gaggle.
Truex shot up in the corner, got into the back of Custer, getting into 3, looking to the outside. And here comes his teammate Kyle Busch right behind him.
Custer drops in line 3rd. Kyle Busch to the bottom. Against him, Truex to the outside. Kyle has picked up 3, 4 wide off turn 2 in the back.
Kyle Busch has notoriously been one of the best restarters in the last 15 years. Man, he can get it on.
Well, I tell you what, who's doing it this time? It's his teammate, Martin Truex, making the pass for 2nd on Larson. Going after Kurt Busch for the lead.
Look at that purple car back there, the number 99 of Daniel Suarez right there. He's crept into this picture too, running in the 6th position. That's something that we definitely expected Suarez to race forward.
Eric Almirola in 7th, 4 to go in stage 2.
Look how high Truex is.
Yeah, it just keeps getting higher and higher.
He was the first car to come off pit road after taking 2 tires.
They're really showing up. 30 to a 60 of Kurt Busch. It's not going to take long. Cutting 2.5, 3/10 a lap off the lead. Catching him's one thing, passing him's another, Mikey.
Earlier it was Chase, and now it's Kyle as they battle for this valuable stage point in this position.
And these fans are all on their feet. Nobody's sitting down. They're loving this stage racing.
Look how high Truex is.
On purpose.
Yeah, so high. Didn't slide up. That's exactly right.
Wow.
Big run down the front straightaway. Getting a big toe in the draft.
Suarez had a look. Stenhouse right now is 10th, the final point paying position.
There's another 10.5 cut off of the lead.
Fifth place, 2 of those Stewart-Haas Fords, Almirola and Custer.
Wow. Suarez got there, lost his momentum, got right on the back of Cole Custer.
Might be able to shoot over and do a 2-for-1 here. Here he's going to go for it.
Last lap of stage 2.
Thought better of it. Probably a smart move, Mikey. I agree with you, Daniel.
One of the most famous sayings in auto racing, like you said, he thought better of it.
This is for the final point in stage 2. 10th place.
Wow. 3 wide here, getting into 3. Let's see how they sort it out. This is the final point in the stage.
Wow.
Blaney really...
Oh, Ricky,
yep.
that a little contact on the left front, maybe?
Well, he definitely got off in the corner hard. I don't know if he locked the wheel up or not. It shot up the track.
Kurt Busch, your stage 2 winner. Martin Truex, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola, the top 5. Bell, Suarez, Custer, Jones, and Blaney, the top 10. Kurt Busch, the old man still got it.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2022 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid. With 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
I love my new home. I always wanted a house with historic architecture, but it might be too Victorian.
Oh, gosh, interesting hemline on this. Pants?
Yes, I do believe they're called pants.
Pardon me.
No.
Pardon me.
At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. I save so much.
I have come to call upon...
Just text me. Well, I'm heading up.
It's a ghost.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
It's called self-care.
Google Pixel, the only phone made by Google. Because when Google makes your phone, your camera sees in the dark, sees all skin tones accurately, and fixes your photos like magic, literally. With a battery that learns from you and adapts to last over 24 hours. And new features are always dropping, so it all just keeps getting better. Google Pixel, the phone made by Google for all you are.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
I figured out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a priest.
For Halloween.
No one wants to hear the gospel from the mouth of a gangster.
Let's pray. Maybe that's exactly what they need.
Father Stu on digital now.
Oh, hey.
Buying a car from Vroom is so easy. All you need is a phone and a finger. Just go to Vroom.com, scroll through thousands of cars, then tap to buy. That's it. No sales speak, no wasted time. Just straight up great cars. Right from your phone to your driveway. Go to Vroom.com and pick your favorite. Oh yeah, she digs it. Buy your car on Vroom.com. Vroom. Get in.
Mistakes on pit road is going to shake this race up. You can't afford mistakes in a short race.
Pit road's been a crowded place, but very few errors to be seen so far today. Here we are at the end of stage 2, and pit road's open. Regan.
Well, Mike, William Byron struggling with that race car. He needs grip, he needs turns, he can't load the right rear of that race car. A number of different things they're trying to fix, along with getting track position for him. The 41 of Cole Custer got some stage points right there. Another race car, though, very disconnected right now. Loose in 1 and 2, tight in 3 and 4. They can't loosen it up because it's too loose in 1 and 2. Jamie?
A lot going on there. The 45 of Kurt Busch, who just led their 12 laps, said he just needs an adjustment to fire off better exiting the corner on the 45 and the 5 of Kyle Larson. Cliff Daniels said, I know it's going to be painful. We have to pit here. We'll take 4 tires. Larson said, I have been the best all day on right side tires only.
Here's the Ram race off pit road. Kurt Busch holds the lead. William Byron up 2. There's the race off pit road.
Hey, Kurt Busch, it's Boyer, Kenny Wallace, Michael Waltrip, Mike Joy. Where's a bunch of us up here watching you hold a pretty wheel. Stage winner, what do you got out there?
I commit another channel, sorry. Channel 2.
Hey,
do all that again.
Good. I felt like I sold it too, Mikey.
Say it all again.
Hey, Kurt Busch, man, there's a bunch of us up here at Gaggle. You got Kenny Wallace, Michael Waltrip, Mike Joy. We're all watching you drink a little bit of water. Winning a stage, what do you got? I give up. Oh,
I got
there
a
he
really
is.
good car in practice. I got a really good car in clean air. And I got a good car on the long run, so I'm like, that's it. I'm overriding this thing. We're going to win the stage. Glad it worked out. Just want to thank everybody at 2311. This Monster Energy Toyota Camry TRD. Booyah! Got a stage win. And it's all on just teamwork, just making sure we're doing the right things at the right time. So now we're buried in traffic, so I'll see you guys in a while.
All right, buddy, good luck.
Don't you love our racers? I mean, they are just so spirited. The good news
He wasn't very
is the
spirited
first
about
off pit
that
road.
traffic he's got to go.
The bad news, he's 25th, but on the lead lap.
Bryce Harper with his DQ Flamethrower Burger and Blizzard Meal, and Tim Anderson with his DQ Bacon 2 Cheese Deluxe Burger and Blizzard Meal.
Vote spicy. Vote cheesy. Cheesy.
Try both and vote for your favorite burger and Blizzard Meal at DQ.com.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Your shipping manager left to find himself, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Put your money where your mouth is.
What do millions of dollars sound like?
Sounds like Monday on 5. Put your money where your mouth is. Don't forget the lyrics.
I don't know the words here.
And beat Shazam.
That's my jam.
Put your money where your mouth is.
$1 Million Music Monday.
This summer on Fox. Put your money where your mouth is.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now there's Skyrizi. Keep your skin clear with Skyrizi. Most who achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months had lasting clearance through 1 year. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin at 3 years. And Skyrizi is 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
It's my moment, so I just gotta say.
Skyrizi may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or coughs, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Talk to your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
I reckon it's a few months to pay off a DUI impound.
It's up to you to decide what you've got to offer.
Man don't lose when he gets knocked down,
I can help.
but when he won't get up.
When no one else cares, God does.
Father Stew. Watch it now on digital.
Ooh, that looks spicy. Yeah, you got a little heat to ya. Yeah, little kick, little zing, little spice, little razzmatazz.
Get one free sandwich with a $12 purchase on the KFC app. That's finger licking good.
Getting ready to restart with Kenny Wallace, St. Louis racing legend, and don't want to rush you out of here, but I know you got to get that modified ready for Lima Land, Ohio, Friday night.
This Friday, I drive the truck by myself. You guys know what it's like. I love my life. I'm retired, but I'm racing that dirt car every weekend. And you know, you golf, and what do you do?
Drinks beer.
You work on TV.
I do the same thing you do.
And I just love my race car.
Hey, there ain't nothing better. There's nothing better than rolling into a truck stop and seeing somebody recognize you. You're like, man, what? Are you driving your own truck?
I can't believe Wallace is driving his own hauler, man.
I heard it 1,000 times.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, headed for the exit. Thanks for being here. We're going to take a look for the Geico restart zone, and we're going to go with stage 3. How about that? Truex and Kyle Busch up front. The first of 22 drivers that stayed out. Then Almirola and Bell, Suarez and Jones, Blaney and McDowell, as Larry said, they've already made their stop. They're ready to go for stage 3. Kurt Busch restarted 23rd, the first car off pit road of those that did stop. 3 wide, Harvick sandwich there. Back in 10th place.
Ryan Blaney had a run on Eric Jones. Eric Jones thought better of it, blocked him getting in, stuck him up on the bottom. 4 wide. Whoa, talking high. Austin Dillon got pushed way up the racetrack, saves it.
They're scrambling back there in that pack. Look at it, 3 wide.
Way back there, here's Ricky Stenhouse. He was right back at the bumper of Bubba Wallace exiting the corner.
Well, we'll see if Bubba plays nice over that dump that he took.
8th place here.
Look how high they are. I mean, that's incredible, Clint. We didn't see that coming, did we?
And here comes Briscoe back into play. The pole sitter led the first 27 laps, cut down a tire under green, and he's been fighting his way back ever since.
The closer he gets up front to clean air, the faster that car will be. He can still be a threat in this race. Battle for 11th. Bowman and Harvick.
6th place on the left, Blaney and McDowell.
So impressed with Michael McDowell. Yep. That car is bad fast today. He's doing a great job keeping that thing up in clean air. Guys in the pits are doing a good job. No mistakes. Clean race so far, Mikey. That's what it takes.
That's exactly right. He's done a great job. You know, he's an Arizona guy, Glendale, Arizona. He must feel right at home at this track that races a lot like Phoenix.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, everyone is on the lead lap except Denny Hamlin, who is now 10 laps down, but continues. Corey LaJoie in the garage with engine issues is the only car out of the race.
Daniel Suarez battling for that 5th spot with Blaney, trying to get it done on the bottom of the racetrack.
You got a little bumper, 34, 43, then 14.
You see his teammate down there in 18th position on the pylon, Mike. He's trying to battle back through the field to get up front, but he's got a couple of roadblocks in his way as he tries to do so.
Yeah, that being said, Daniel Suarez, he's going to have to, carry the flag for Trackhouse Racing. He's been fast all year long. Right there with his teammate, just can't seem to get all the pieces put together every single week. A little less consistent than the one car.
Tyler Reddick in between Harvick and Ty Dillon. Reddick back in 14th place. He's picked up 5 since the restart. Harvick -3, Ty Dillon -3 spots.
You can see Ty Dillon, how he wraps that bottom, catches Reddick in the middle of the corner, but on that exit, the outside is just so strong.
A.J. Allmendinger had a late flight last night from Portland, Oregon, where he won the Xfinity race. Started in the last row with the driver change.
Needed 2 seats on that flight, didn't he? One for him, one for that trophy. Brought some iron home from yesterday's race. What a wild race that was. Going off the racetrack twice on the first lap, coming all the way back up through the field, winning, never turning a lap on this racetrack today. Pretty impressive so far, Mike.
Now, Ben Rhodes practiced and qualified the number 16, and to get it ready for A.J. today, they had to change the steering column, change the position of the digital dash, a different seatbelt and harness package, and put A.J.'s seat insert in the car. So the quality team had a lot to do.
Now he's battling with Brad Keselowski for 16th spot. That's awesome to come from the back all the way to the top 20.
Starting to get it figured out, isn't he?
4th place.
Bell and Blaney.
Blaney restarted 8th. He's up 4 since the restart. Martin Truex out front of Kyle Busch. Regan?
Well, Mike, what a weekend it's been for Martin Truex as well. You think about practice, this team really struggled with that race car. It was tight, chattering the front tires. They leaned on their teammates a little bit, pulled a little bit from different setups on each car in the Joe Gibbs camp to put in this car for today, and it is working. Fired off the race on the tight side, but since then it has come to life. Martin pretty happy right now and quiet on the radio.
As he should be. In practice Friday, he did not like his car at all.
It's just, you've said it, Mike. You said it when you got up in here in the booth yesterday, and then again on Friday practice. You just can't get your handle on who is a dominant force in this sport. You're thinking the Fords. We sold on pre-race. The Fords are going to dominate today. Where's the Fords at? Gibbs boys up front.
Yep. And where are the Chevys? Suarez 6th, Jones 8th, Bowman 11th.
I've said it before. One word describes 2022: unpredictability. I mean, as much as we know, you never know what's going to happen next.
Austin Cindric started this race outside pole. Now he takes 10th from Alex Bowman.
Joey Logano, the guy that we felt like would be the car to beat today, we haven't heard much out of him.
I would have told you, if you asked me to who bet on, put my money on today, Joey Logano is going to lead 100 laps at least.
Yes.
And hasn't found that yet. Been knocking on the door. But again, these untimely cautions shake the races up. We know that. 2 tires, 4 tires, staying out. We've seen it all. We've seen wrecks. All that stuff plays into the equation of who gets out front and has that clean air. But doesn't really matter. 82 to go. That old pavement ain't open yet.
Ooh, when does that open?
I'm going to tell you. Well, depends on any more cautions. But about 50 to go on the green. That's what I'm going to say.
82 laps to go in Madison, Illinois, just outside St. Louis. Martin Truex leading us to a NASCAR on Fox. Rank it up. 78 laps to go. Martin Truex trying to join one and only one driver who has won his 600th career start. I'll tell you who when we come back. Martin Truex in front of Kyle Busch by half a second.
When you hear best-in-class range or best-in-class fuel economy, you may be thinking of really tiny cars. And you'd be really, really wrong. The Ram 1500, V6, Hemi V8 with e-torque, or EcoDiesel. Exceeding expectations. Again. No wonder more people are switching to Ram than ever before.
Welcome to your world. Your why. What drives you? What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to give back? What do you want to be remembered for? That's your why. It's your purpose, and we will work with you every step of the way to achieve it. At PNC Private Bank, we'll help you take care of the how. So tell us, what's your why?
The Eat Fresh Refresh just won't stop. Now Subway's refreshing their catering with easy order platters and lunch boxes perfect for any party. Pool parties, tailgates, holiday parties, even retirement parties.
Man, I love parties.
Subway keeps refreshing and refreshing.
It's time for the Yankees and the Twins. It's a special night of baseball Wednesday on FS1.
I absolutely hated pricking my fingers.
You get these calluses and these sores.
Pick a finger, you know. Which one you're going to hurt today? Once I was able to use Dexcom, I could simply monitor on my phone, and I didn't have to prick. I'm not relying on a finger stick.
Get Bob's discount on furniture, on lamps, on chairs, on mattresses, on
What?
Cool.
Yo,
Only
little Bob's
discount furniture.
Go right.
73
right side
laps
the
to go
bed
in St.
and
Louis.
onto
Martin
the
Truex in
floor.
front of Kyle Busch by 0.8 of a second in front of Blaney, Almirola, and Bell. Time for the Credit One Bank ones to watch.
Now, he's not leading yet, but I told you at the top of the show, I think a Ford's going to get the job done today. That being said, 12 car, Ryan Blaney led a lot of laps earlier in Phoenix, been compared to this track quite a bit, led a lot of laps in Richmond. Ryan Blaney's my guy.
Clint, Christopher Bell in that 20 car, they've had speed all year long. They just couldn't close the deal or come close to it at the beginning of the season. Here of late, they've come to life. The last 4 races, 4 top 10s, 3 top 5s, maybe consistently one of the fastest Gibbs Toyota drivers, but everybody has one more trip to pit road.
I'm going to keep my eye on mi amigo Daniel Suarez. Daniel was fast last week at Charlotte, won a stage, led a lot of laps. He's got some great track position right now. He's going to close the deal one of these days. It just might be today.
Well, Kyle Busch started this race 12th. Then he said his car was junked. Well, the pit crew has come through once again, gained him multiple spots on pit road. They made good adjustments. Kyle Busch won an Xfinity race here. Kyle Busch gets the first win here in the Cup Series at Gateway.
Phoenix winner Chase Briscoe led the first 27 laps today. Had a tire problem. He keeps fighting back. He is up to 9th place. Can he make it all the way back to the front? We'll see. Those are your Credit One Bank ones to watch. Martin Truex Jr. out front in his 600th career start. He is the 32nd driver to do so, but only one of the previous 31 won in his 600th start, and that, of course, was the king, Richard Petty. The
king of stock car racing.
Yep. Driving, of course, the famed number 43. Don't remember that day if it was a Plymouth, a Dodge, a Ford, a Buick, an Oldsmobile, a Chevrolet, or a Pontiac, because he drove them all.
I like it when he drove the Pontiac.
Yeah. Hey, There has been a new shot of life into this team. This race car has been fast as of late. And when I say as of late, it's literally been almost 2 months. The 43 car has been solid week in and week out, knocking on the door to top 10s, even the top 5s.
And it was Richard Petty Day here on Friday. The King was celebrated along with Cup practice, and that Buick Regal, is that a Cup car or a street car? Look at those fender flares. It could be a Cup car, couldn't it?
It could be. It takes me right back to 1981. I believe that's when he ran the Regal, isn't it?
You look at that big cowboy hat behind the wheel.
No
How cool would that be to let
Yep.
the King drive you around a racetrack?
Got that right.
And wait a minute. What do you mean it was just he only gets one day? Every day we celebrate Richard Petty.
There you go.
Check out this battle. Reddick heating up Kevin Harvick.
Now, Tyler Reddick had a removing equipment penalty at lap 130. We saw that gas can get away, and he has been fighting back to the front. He restarted 19th, and he is +5 since the restart.
Nice
Dylan
run.
and Ross Chastain, 15th.
Yeah, he talked about Petty GMS. Nice run for Ty as well.
Just been solid.
Yeah.
Not making any mistakes. Being there, making all the laps. Finishing all the races. Done a good job so far in this 42 car.
And there's the 45 of Kurt Busch, the first car in the field on new tires. He is up 6 since the restart to 16.
And you heard him talk about being mired back in traffic, but he's making progress, marching his way to the front. Still a lot of race to go.
All right, Mikey, Mr. 17 winners in the first 26 races. 7 of the top 8 right now are winless this year.
Well, how about that, Clint?
Oh, it's going to be 12, buddy. A long ways from 17 if that happens.
Oh, if you look at all the drivers who coulda, shoulda, woulda won, it's a lot more than 17.
You just said it. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Right.
No chance you're getting to 17. Now, I do think you're going to be 13, 14. And that being said, it's going to heat up that bubble picture in a big way, the closing, races into this season before the playoffs.
What a Barry push record on what he just said. We'll play it back to him when he's wrong, okay?
Well, at this moment, Eric Jones and Austin Dillon are the drivers on the bubble based on points. Larry Mack, 65 to go.
Well, Mike, the window is open. If a caution comes now, everybody could pit and make it to the end on fuel. But when I look at a lot of the guys that pitted on 131, like Truex, Kyle Busch, Blaney, they can go to about lap 210, which would be 30 to go in the race. Everyone that pitted on that lap 143, you got to go all the way back to Kurt Busch in 16th. They can go about another 5 to 10 laps, but I think no matter when you pit, it's either fuel only or right side tires only.
Thanks, Larry. I thought it was a caution brewing here because Austin Cindric just carried Alex Bowman way down the racetrack in the straightaway. Bowman hangs on his quarter panel in the corner. And here's Ty Dillon shooting past Denny Hamlin's wounded car. Got tied up against the one got tied up against the 11
car. That's the way I saw it.
What got tight was that strap on the bottom of that helmet.
Hey, Larry, you said the window's open. Is that the pay window Clint always talks about?
No. Fuel window. You talk Larry, he doesn't know about that pay window. That pay window, now if that fuel window opens up, now we're talking about getting paid.
They always mailed me my checks.
Direct deposit. How about our Xfinity fastest lap? Fastest last lap was Christopher Bell, currently in 5th. Then Daniel Suarez in 6th. Kurt Busch with those new tires in 15th. Ryan Blaney in 3rd. And Eric Jones in 7th.
Wow, that's a hot lap by Bell.
Bell certainly was.
Bit of activity begins on pit road. Some of the crew members warming up for what could be the money stop here.
Expectations come with the territory. But raising expectations That comes with determination, pushing ourselves further, lifting others even higher, and knowing that recognition isn't given, it's earned. Ram, J.D. Power's #1 brand and new vehicle quality.
It's still the E-Press Refresh. The Subway's refreshing everything, like the Baja Steak and Jack. Power high with tender shaved steak, topped with delicious pepper jack cheese. Now kicking it up a notch with smoky
Baja Chipotle sauce.
Yep, they're constantly refreshing.
Y'all get your own commercial. Subway keeps refreshing.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably served and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush Light.
A-car, powered ready.
Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series is on FS1. Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., and road course warrior Chase Elliott battle through the twists and turns of Sonoma. The Toyota Save Mart 350, next Sunday at 4 Eastern on FS1.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one simple start. Turn, bump, win, and celebration. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
Seventh caution of the day. Tyler Reddick coming off turn 2.
That's what you call going for it. Just trying to, ooh, and look how close.
BJ McLeod. So I saw this off of 4 a couple laps. He's running really high on the racetrack, and the car would take off and get tight on him.
That was not a flat tire.
I don't think so.
Nope.
I think it just, I think it was pushing, you know, tight, snapped loose on him and come around.
That was flat on the floorboard a little bit too soon.
But let me tell you something. This is the money stop. Business is going to pick up in a big way. A lot of pressure on these guys. Need a big stop, but no mistakes. Need a clean stop, right, Larry?
Absolutely, and you don't need a lot of fuel, so you don't need to sit there and wait on fuel. I think you'll see a lot of right side tires only.
Josh Bilicki will get the free pass. Parker Kligerman is also a lap down. BJ McLeod 2 down. Denny Hamlin 11 down. Cody Ware off track, and Corey LaJoie in the garage.
It's just so important. I think if you can beat them off of pit road, I think you can win this race. The first one to clean air off of 2 is going to be hard to handle.
A big question is going to be how many will stop, because we still have 30 cars on the lead lap.
Well, you remember, Mike, back on the last pit stop, Martin Truex just got 2 tires, and he drove away from the field. So there's going to be some differing strategies for sure. I think. Don't.
He wasn't the only one. Kyle Larson said the same thing. His car felt the best it did all day on 2 tires, right sides.
Players, the number of cars that will restart on the lead lap after this caution, are still alive for $5,000 of Clint's cash on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. Martin Truex, what will they do?
I think just the amount of fuel we need to make it to the end line. No one has to force us to do it. Okay, you don't have to explain to me. Just do what you got to do.
That's when he's leading. Just think if he's running 20th, how he'd feel.
Toyota's 1-2, Ford's 3-4. The first Chevy is Suarez in 6th. And here they come. Regan.
Martin Truex Jr. happy with the balance of that race car. Just a little bit too free for him. The decision's going to be the amount of tires based on the amount of fuel that he needs in that race car. And you see it's going to be 4 tires for Martin Truex Jr. The 20 car, Christopher Bell, needs that race car to take off a little better, but it's very good at the end of the long runs. Jamie?
Eric Almirola in the 10, really good. The call is George Washington. He said he needs rear side bite, help him out a little bit. The 12 of Ryan Blaney, nice recovery for him. A 4-tire stop here. And the 18 of Kyle Busch, they debated 2 or 4 tires, and it looks like it's right sides only for 18.
How about Eric Jones beat him out on a 2-tire stop?
+6 for Jones, +8 for Logano and Bowman, +13 for Kyle Larson.
There's some real close contact here on the exit of pit road. Watch Martin Truex. Do they make contact?
Yeah.
Yes. Golly, that's... Hope it didn't do damage to the left front of that 19 car.
That's how close it was. Amazingly, only one pit road penalty has been called all day. It's been relayed to us, and that was the one on Tyler Reddick. They moving the gas can earlier.
They got them all out of their system last week.
Man, I thought Eric Jones actually beat him out, but I guess that's not the case. You saw it right there. Kyle Busch to the lead. I said, whoever can come off of turn 2 in the lead, it's going to be hard to handle. We'll see.
Let's check with Larry Mack with 54 to go here.
Yeah, Mike, this is our 15th race of 2022 with this next-gen car. A lot of things are different from last year. But remember, we went to the aluminum rim, and it gained 3 inches in diameter. It went from 15 inches to 18 inches. You give it to them, they will fill it up. That gave them a much bigger brake package, and it's 30% more braking on this car than last year. That's from our Ford Performance Cutaway car.
Well, they sure need it here.
Yeah, that's a lot of braking, and it's perfect for this racetrack. The pressure on the brakes into turn 1 is greater than anywhere else we go.
A couple of them maybe didn't have that 30% more braking.
So we showed that contact, and there was a little bit of aftermath here. Watch the 19 of Truex. Not happy with Eric Almirola.
Showing it a little bit off of the corner. That's just a product of how narrow that pit road is. You know, they had 10 pulled out there, tried to pull up, and the 19 was there.
And they have a history. Doesn't everybody?
Today we're gaining more and more history that we're going to have to follow throughout the summer months to see how it all turns out. But Truex wasn't very happy when he came to pit road leading the race. He told his crew chief, do whatever you got to do, I'm all right. Yep. And then certainly wasn't happy when he got run into.
The biggest question, will this be the final caution and pit stop of the day? 53 to go.
It's got to be frustrating if you're Truex leading the race, come out 7th. Tough road to hoe now. A lot of work to do on this restart.
It's warm here. Not necessarily overheated, but some tempers have.
This started it all right there. Ross Chastain into the back of Denny, and Denny's just been aggravating him the rest of the day.
And there's Chastain in the middle, and that turns the 9 of Chase Elliott, who shows his displeasure. Oh, and there's Hamlin again with Chastain. And here's Hamlin again with Chastain. And here's Ricky Stenhouse, who got in the back of Bubba Wallace.
Can't believe Bubba kept that out of the wall.
But it happened to be right in front of his owner, Bubba Wallace's owner, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin drove up and hit the 47. Been a lot of action, a lot of frustration. And I don't think it's over.
That was Chastain into Logano right there.
Again.
Ricky Stenhouse is back on pit road. You know, of all the tracks that we compared this place to, it's racing a lot like Martinsville. Constant contact.
Well, much like Martinsville, very hard to pass. You know, and it comes down to a dive bomb or, trying to move them out of the way. We've certainly seen both.
Michael, I have bad news for your amigo in the 99 car, Daniel Suarez. On that pit stop, the jack broke on the left side. He's all the way back to the 26th position. You'll see right here, Jackman goes to the left side, just will not go up. They have to go and get a spare jack to get that 99 up, all the way back outside the top 25.
Literally the story of his season. so far this year.
Totally, Clint. You're exactly right. I watch him closely. I love that guy, and just can't catch a break.
So after the choose, Eric Jones chooses outside of Kyle Busch. Logano Bowman, Larson Almirola, Truex Bell. 30 cars on the lead lap. Ricky Stenhouse made an extra pit stop, so he is the last of those.
I'm glad we haven't settled this Ford versus Chevy versus Toyota thing yet, because there's 3 of them in the first 3 positions. It's just a toss-up about who's got the fastest car.
Well, I can tell you one of them that I like, that 43 car. Been a long time since you've seen that car, been a player in this sport, and I'm telling you, this is a huge opportunity for Eric Jones and everybody moving towards 17 winners, huh, Mike?
Yeah, that's right, Clint. You're getting on board.
Richard Petty was honored here on Friday, hoping to walk into victory lane on Sunday as Eric Jones takes the restart green.
That's
nice
a big
start.
jump.
There goes Ross Chastain to the bottom. And they're 4 wide, right where Chastain is. Round Jones hanging tough on the outside. He's clear. Kyle Busch is clear. Here's Logano. Had to move down and block Logano. What a race.
Somebody got way up and just barely into the turn 4 wall, and that was Chase Briscoe. He's dropped way back.
Can Joey Logano get this pass made? He's the guy's pre-race favorite, I think, and he's now presenting himself toward the front.
Couldn't agree with you more. He needs to make quick work with Eric Jones. Struggling a little bit here as Kyle Busch drives off into the sunset. Exactly what Kyle Busch wants to see. Now you see Logano moving up.
We went to the Coliseum for the first time. Logano, victory lane. Bristol Dirt, Logano, victory lane.
It's 4 wide, 5 wide.
5 wide down the front, straightaway in the back. Good grief.
Look out.
Daniel's got somewhere to go after that pit problem. All of his amigos are around him.
3rd place. Almirola past Jones for 3rd. Bowman 5th. Truex 6th, trying to get back to the lead. Larson 7th.
Larson's been quiet today, hasn't he? Started back in 15th position. Used track position once to get up front. Got a little bit of a bump there by Cindric, but not a Kyle Larson type of day.
No, it took him about 30 laps to start passing cars today. Very uncharacteristic. This is for 7th.
Look at that dive bomb.
Wow, that was aggressive. He's going to make it work, too, around Cindric.
Well, you know, it's going to pick up. Like I've always said this. When does the pay window open? It is open. I said 50 to go, 47 to go right here. It is open in a big way. You're going to see aggression. It is time to move. Make passes wherever you see it, top or bottom, or go through them. We've seen all 3, haven't we?
That's exactly right. How's our buddy that's been going through, guys? The Moose. The Moose is in the house, and he's up to 12th. Wow, what a strong corner that was. We talked before the race, Clint. He just likes, he goes where they aren't.
Well,
somebody's low, he's going to go high.
He's got a fast car. You know, when you're aggressive like that and you're making moves, it's doing things exactly what you just said, where nobody else can go, tells me a lot about the hot rod you're sitting in.
I think if you diagrammed every car of every lap of every race this season as to mid-corner speed, that number 1 would be right at or near the top.
They can't get this battle settled. Bell on the bottom runs through the center of the corner. Here comes A.J. Allmendinger on the inside of McDowell. What a great job by A.J.
Still there.
There's Allmendinger up 7 positions since the restart.
Said he never seen this place before.
Never turned a lap coming in here. He's certainly figuring it out at the right time.
6th place to Blaney. I think AJ's fire suit's probably just about dry from yesterday in Portland. Big rain race for most of it.
And just keep this in mind, AJ warming up for where we're going next week.
Sonoma, the road course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he's got fast cars, and if you couple those two things together with his road racing skills, could be the favorite.
Hang on to it, Kurt.
Three laps ago, both Kyle Busch and Joey Logano turned their fastest lap of the race. And those were the fastest of the day. Now Blaney's second quickest overall.
Mikey, that was so close to Kurt Busch getting into Syndicate in one. It was, my gosh, I thought he was going to get into him. Kept it off of him, got it rotated. What a battle here.
Kurt, after that pit stop, he lost all his track position. Now up inside the top 10. You know that tells you how good this Monster Energy Toyota is.
He is up 14, make that 15 position since the restart. I'm correct. He's up 6. That's still a lot.
It's a lot. We see how hard it is to pass.
It's Ryan Blaney who's up 10 positions since the restart, going for 11 here on Martin Truex.
He was my guy I picked, but I just think he's got a little too far to go. But man, what's putting on a show? Ryan Blaney up 10 spots. That's getting the most out of a restart.
Now what do you do about pitting? If the caution comes out now, do you just stay out? Or
Larry, I don't know about you, but my stuff's already over to Hollow.
Okay. I was talking to you, Larry. I didn't think Clint knew.
Larry's already called the pilots that have one engine running. All right, Jamie.
Mike, how about Team Penske? They've only had one top 10 the last 5 races among the 3 teams. Right now, all 3 in the top 10. But you guys talking about Ryan Blaney overcoming adversity. Lost a tire earlier. They just overcame a slower pit stop. They've been freeing him up all day, but he's keeping it in the game. 6th right now.
6th and up 10
Up
since
a
the
car.
restart. Oh,
Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Yeah, that's been.
Hold on to there. Keep digging. There's the caution. Caution's in.
All right, Larry.
You sure you put everything up, Larry?
Could you drag it back over here, please? I might like to have.
You know what? My battery's dead. I can't hear you.
I kind of like to have 2 tires if you got them, bud.
I agree. I think somebody's going to put some
I'll
tires
give them to
on.
you in 39 laps. How about that? No, all kidding aside, you know we've got 30 cars on the lead lap. If you're up near the front, you're not coming. If you're way on back, come on, make some changes, get some tires. But if you're up there top 8, top 10, there is no way you come here.
Ricky Stenhouse was at the tail end of the lead lap, trying to hang on for the finish of this one.
See him way up high, clearing it back, got into the wall.
That broke his rear end.
I'm wondering if it was broke before the way that thing shot up, it may have been broke even before that. You see it right there. Really fought it loose in the middle. Man, that was a hard contact.
Yeah.
If it wasn't broke before, it certainly was after that.
Hold on to there. Keep digging. There's a caution. Caution's out.
Tyler Reddick will get the free pass and be back on the lead lap. Yeah. Well, as Larry was saying, given the number of cars that are on the lead lap and on a long run, the lack of further fall off on these tires, what would you really gain by coming now?
Yeah, I think Clint said it. If you're up front, you're staying. But heck, if I'm running 25th, I'm going to come do something.
Yeah. Well, just try to get off a cycle. It's about the only card you can play.
I'm thinking about, I don't know, Larry, 15th on back would come? What do you think?
It may be even closer to the front than that, but definitely if you're in the top 10, you are not coming.
Okay.
I just love what I see up front. You know, Kyle Busch, the lone wolf in that Toyota, 2 Fords hounding him with Logano and Almirola. You know he's gonna, if anybody's gonna hold off those favorite cars of Logano and Almirola, it's gonna be Kyle Busch.
More around.
Have a really good restart.
All right, so Brad Keselowski is going to come in from, I think, 15th or 16th, and a couple behind him. So, yeah, 16th on back will come in.
Our crew chief was all over that one, wasn't he? He said around 15th or so.
And I didn't think the 19 was going to be able to get back up there and get in this game. Running 5th, he ain't out of this thing. Nor is the 12.
We're going to take you side by side one more time with 37 laps to go.
This is Sonoma. This is what the drivers will see. And this is what you'll see. Drivers, you. Drivers, you.
It just got really interesting in Sonoma.
And this is what everyone came to see. Get your tickets now at SonomaRaceway.com.
Hey, Doug.
And Doug.
Only two things are forever: love and Liberty Mutual, customizing your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. If anyone objects to this marriage, speak now or forever hold your peace.
No, Kevin, not today.
No, Kevin, no, not today. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. eBay Motors. They have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or no wheels. Let's ride.
I found the Tundra. We have to take down the security.
All right, the fuse box is right through this door.
Which one is it?
Securing the package now. Seriously?
Guys, abort mission.
Get your helmets. You guys are gonna love this thing.
I told you we should have just called them.
The sports world is buzzing about the USFL. What a catch! Next Sunday on Fox, playoff hopefuls collide as Kyle Sloter and the Breakers battle Jordan Ta'amu and the Bandits. The USFL, next Sunday at 4 Eastern on Fox.
All that matters this season is what beats under your hood. I am NASCAR.
Working the 8th caution of the day for Ricky Stenhouse spin. Kyle Busch choosing the inside against Joey Logano. Almirola Jones, Truex Blaney, Bowman, Kurt Busch, Cindric, and Chastain.
That looks like a fun game to play, Clint. Don't you wish we could have done that?
Nice job by Zane Smith in the top 20. He is in for Chris Buescher, who is out due to COVID protocol. So Zane Smith got tapped to drive that car, and he is in the top 20. Good job here today for the 17.
Blend some Sonoma sunshine and a road course, and you'll always find yourself in good spirits. Will Kyle Larson once again stomp the competition, or will someone else come along to reside on the top shelf? Come enjoy every twist and turn right here on FS1.
Well, it's our favorite weekend of the year, going to Sonoma, and Tony Stewart, who scored his last Cup Series win at Sonoma in a last lap battle with Denny Hamlin, will join Clint and me in the booth.
Love that racetrack. One of my favorites for sure, Mikey. We had a good memory there, didn't we? But watch this restart. Kyle Busch, interesting. He picked the inside. Cannot get off of 2 with that 22 on his quarter panel. If he does, it's going to be game on.
Here we go. You see him
asking
out
for
the
help.
window.
Yes, sir.
Give me that push, buddy. Good launch by Kyle.
Big block. Needs to get clear of 22. Does so. That's exactly what he needed to do, utilizing that push from Eric Jones. Good job, Kyle Busch.
Almirola hanging right in there in the top 5, up on the outside, versus Eric Jones.
They got single file pretty quickly, but for this group right here in front, and now they fan out again in the corner.
Look at this, 22 to the inside for the lead. Did a crossover. Race is on now. Can he get into the corner, slide up in front of him? He's in hard, he's in deep.
We're still there, still out there, still
Is he clear? Yes, he is.
Wow.
Wow is right. Joey Logano to the lead. There it is. First lap led. Didn't think it was going to be this late in the race. I really thought he would lead a lot of laps today, but man, he's leading the ones that count.
Man, that's got to be hard for Kyle Busch to take. Grabs the lead. Thinks he's got control of the race. Here comes Joey Logano with the power move.
9 different leaders today. And look at Eric Almirola. He is still part of the equation right here in 3rd place.
And has been this whole second part of the race. Needs a good run. Finding it right here in St. Louis. Great run, Eric Almirola.
And he's all over Kyle Busch. He's faster than Kyle right now. Can he make the same move Joey made down on the bottom?
Those guys have been backing up into the bubble picture of the playoffs.
And they better
get run is getting him right where he needs to be.
They better get going because Blaney is coming. Way down on the inside. And drops in. Right behind Eric Jones.
Cindric looks to the bottom on Bowman. They're racing for the 8th spot. Oh,
that was close.
Lost his nose. And now we're 3 wide. Seabell to the bottom.
Ooh, you saw the flames come out of the pipes. Larson in the middle. He tried to get in position, lifted a little bit tight. Look how tight this is.
Now what do you do?
Cindric thought better of it. Smart choice.
Yes.
And here comes our buddy, Ross Chastain.
Back over in the middle now, Cindric.
3 wide. No one's surprised. Can he move up? I think he's got him cleared.
He did.
He did it. Wow.
Ross just drove right underneath that whole 3 wide mess and moved on.
That was impressive.
Battle for 5th here.
Yep. Now Blaney's gone by both those cars.
Man, look
and
at
up to 4th.
Look at the job that Kurt's doing.
And now Kurt, yeah, exactly. Cindric and Larson still battling. Larson seems to be loose up off the corner, having trouble getting off the corner on both ends. Now he's got Harvick to his inside. Truex is trying to get clear. Here comes a crossover from Kurt Busch.
Oh, got to the outside of Truex.
I like that, though. I think that's what he needed, Mike.
Can he finish the deal? I'm telling you what, if he finishes deal, we get a caution, this 45 will have something to say about who wins this race.
Busch racing for 6th with Truex.
Remember when he was talking to us, drinking his Monster Energy, saying, I got a long way to go, but I'm ready for it. Win a stage, and what do I get for it? I'm 25th.
Yeah, he says, I'll see you in a while. Well, here he is. He's fought his way back up to 6th place.
I think he's got him this time, Mike. Put Kurt into 6th, and he'll pursue Eric Jones.
Well, I heard you guys talking about Almirola and Blaney, why they were able to have those lap times as this. They put 4 tires on last time. The top 2 only took 2 tires. Lap 185. They should have an advantage.
We've heard some drivers say they like their car better with just the right side tires, though. So it just
okay, maybe they don't have an advantage. No, you're right, though.
You can do it both ways, I guess. I'm seeing some really fast lap times from Blaney.
It really doesn't. Once it settles in, it doesn't seem to matter. The lap times kind of fall in line, whether you have 2 tires or 4 tires. Once the temperatures come up, they equalize.
13th place, Kyle Larson, Michael McDowell, A.J. Allmendinger, and Chase Briscoe. Turn 3.
What a run by McDowell. Dicing it up with Kyle Larson. That's a pretty good day when you do that. Inside the top 15.
How about Allmendinger? Never saw this racetrack until this morning.
That says a lot for that College Racing team as well. They bring fast cars Ben Rhodes hopped in that car, ran 2 laps, and ran into the wall. Had some issues.
It's a good point, but that 34 car, and you saw him on the outside. McDowell, so proud of the effort that they've done. Good to see that little team running with the big dogs today.
Well, Michael McDowell's led more laps today than he has ever led in a full season to date. So good job.
Yeah, another guy that I love seeing what he's doing, and that's Zane Smith.
Yeah.
I cover him in the trucks. He's a great racer, obviously, but he said when he got the call from Brad Keselowski to drive his car, it was like a dream come true. He said, 10 years ago, I was collecting Brad Keselowski diecast. And he gives me a call and says, will you drive my car? He couldn't believe it. He's been patient, methodically made his way through the field. Now he's running inside the top 20.
Love exactly what you said, and that's exactly what he needed to do. Taking advantage of this opportunity, make all the laps, no mistakes. Definitely stay in this thing and make all the laps. Exactly what he needed to do.
Boy, Ryan Blaney right there all over Eric Almirola. And Kyle Busch just ahead. And Chris Buescher, by the way, expected back next week for Sonoma. Out with COVID.
The lead is only a second. So I'm telling you, if Blaney gets around this mess that he's in, he's going to go somewhere.
Still 22 laps to go.
That number 12 has been fast all year long, winning stages.
Got a little loose there.
He won the All-Star race, but he's the only Penske car that has not yet visited victory lane this season.
Yet. Might get 17.
So on your path to 17 winners, if he gets up there to race Joey Logano, what does Joey do?
He wins the race. You got to have those playoff points.
All right.
You can't be playing over.
Team Penske, they've got Joey Logano leading right now. Ryan Blaney, you guys have been talking about the 12 running 4th. If you exclude the All-Star race, in our last 5 races leading into St. Louis, all 3 drivers in that camp, 1 top 10 finish, Joey Logano's win at Darlington.
And we didn't see that one coming, Larry. No. They hadn't been running well, and he jumps up there and wins Darlington, and just an amazing season of unpredictability.
But there he's right. They've had the speed, not the consistency.
20 to go.
Back to the inside again.
I think he gets him this time.
You do? There, I think he let him go.
He started messing with him. Yeah. You look in the mirror and see nobody behind you. You don't want to just hold another guy up and cost yourself another position. Fall in line and get to the finish.
Well, we've already seen a few times today what that does. You aggravate that guy long enough, he's going to take care of business.
Well, if the point is for both of them to get up to and pass Kyle Busch, whether it's Blaney or Almirola in front or the other,
Kurt has closed on Eric Jones. Pretty quickly closed on him. Can he get to the bottom and make the move? Oh, that's so frustrating when you're right there. You just can't get the gas down.
Cole Custer will bring out the 9th caution flag of the day.
Pretty good damage there.
He was running 20th.
That's what these boys wanted to see.
Sports fans, we're going to see a fantastic
Not what he wanted to see at all.
No, Paul Wolf, Joey Logano's crew chief. By the way, Denny Hamlin, that brushback, the crewman that got injured on Logano's team last week, Denny Hamlin called Paul Wolf. He said, do you have video of that? I want to look at it. I don't think I hit him. I don't think I brushed him back. And then Denny Hamlin went on Twitter and said, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I was too close.
Had some help there, didn't he, Mikey?
Took responsibility.
Well, that's certainly, the right thing to do.
Yep.
It's such a dangerous thing.
Well, there's no way anybody's going to purposely run into a guy, and certainly Denny didn't mean to do that.
Was that Todd Gilliland?
Yeah, I think it was.
In the back of...
Rookie Todd Gilliland got in the back of Custer, turned him around. Right in front of the leader, Custer trying to save a lap. Logano slowed down. I'd say the front end of that machine has a scuff on it for sure.
Parker Kligerman gets a free pass. Gets back on the lead lap.
Well, you've been talking about him, Blaney.
Yeah.
Almirola.
He's going to be on row 2. Kyle Larson fan having some fun in the stands.
I love how many kids are here today. This place is packed with families. Great to see. Sellout crowd.
What about all they've done here? Concerts, the Midway's fantastic. Kenny Wallace, John Roberts this morning with the
look at that
return of the speed stage out in the front of the track.
Did I hear Cole Swindell?
I did.
Yeah.
Morning. It's an event.
Tim Duggar
is an event.
And another concert after the race. For those trying to catch flights to get out of here, maybe a lot of this crowd will stay for the post-race concert down at turns 1 and 2.
You can't have a NASCAR race without Tim Duggar.
That's right, Old Dominion playing after the race.
He's a requirement.
I mean, these are big names.
Yeah.
You want to have a big race and show your fans a good time. You bring in Old Dominion after a race. You bring Cole Swindell in to entertain them beforehand.
Jimmy Allen's
been entertained. These guys are putting on a hell of a show on this racetrack. I've had fun this weekend.
Jimmy Allen's doing a concert as well.
It's not just at this racetrack either. The city really took to this race, activated downtown, saw big screen TVs, watching the race, watching you call that truck race yesterday. Had so much fun last night, maybe a little bit too much fun.
It's going to happen, Clint.
Hey, it does.
You get into the spirit of things and you don't get carried away.
I certainly did.
Fellas, we're going to have some pit stops here. We've got 30 cars on the lead lap with 17 to go.
I'm staying out. I'm with Larry. I'm glad he left. Here comes some guys at the end of the field, though.
Yeah, if you're up front, you can come if you want to, but you're the one that's going to have to answer the owner tomorrow morning. I'm not going to go in there with you.
So William Byron and Bubba Wallace head for pit road.
17 to go. The pay window's open. I've learned that.
Who's going to steal the cash? Have you learned
Joy, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway, born as Gateway International Raceway, St. Louis, gateway to the west, and all the way out here, people were saying, meet me in St. Louis, Louis. You know how old that line is? That was a Judy Garland musical comedy that MGM released in 1944.
I knew we were not going to get this broadcast all the way to the completion without you giving us some sort of a tidbit of information from the 20s that only you know about.
Was that same line Judy, Judy, Judy from that movie? Judy, Judy, Judy.
I don't think so.
What did you just say?
Judy, Judy, Judy.
You sounded like a car that missed a shift or something.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I was here in 1997 for the Busch race. DNQ'd. That's really all the information I've got.
Okay.
It's not a good stat, right?
I was here racing SCCA in 1990 when I think all was here was the drag strip and the road
guys
course.
Putting in time, giving us some great shots this weekend.
All right, so let's take a look at Michael's 17 for 26 races theorem here. There's the best camera crew in all of auto racing hard at work. Who's going to make the playoffs? Well, here are the winners, and we've always said you win, you're in. We know the two-time winners are in.
They're
in. If there's more than 16 winners total after 26 races, somebody might not make it. Last year's winners have yet to win. That's a big list.
Christopher Bell's getting on into that. Bubba Wallace has work to do. This is the one that really heats up. The teammates, Tyler Reddick and Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick's in. They ain't going to knock him out.
Austin Dillon, 1 foot from clearing for the lead on
winning
the last lap
and moving in, right?
The 600 again. 1 foot is all he needed.
But look at this. Drivers that have not won who are right now running in the top 10 at this moment. Blaney, Almirola, Jones, Truex, Bell, all hungry to get to victory lane.
It's been a great season. This car has really mixed things up, given a chance for teams like Richard Petty, GMS, to be up front.
Trackhouse Racing.
All right, there's 15 laps to go.
23:11.
And in 14 races so far this year, the final pass for the win came in the final 10 laps in 11 of 14 races.
Oh, so the odds are.
Yes, they are. And I'm sure Larry can trump that.
Well, I'll raise you one, Mike. In 7 of the 14 races, the final lead change this year has come with 5 or fewer laps to go, including the Coke 600 last week.
That was 600 miles that you will never forget.
Right. All right, what's the 22 thinking here?
Yep, copy. I mean, the launch is important, I guess, both lanes, the way you look at it. If you take the top, it's for sure a race for off at 2.
And then he's just going to slam me down at 3 and 4. You know what I mean? He's just going to slide down me. Blaney picked the bottom with me.
Blaney took the bottom with you. That means a pusher. But you know,
no, Blaney took the top.
No, he didn't.
Almirola took the bottom.
This is mirror driving city right here. If you're Joey Logano, you're going to be blocking to the outside of the bottom.
Is Mirror Driving City, is that just up the road from Dive Bomb City?
Yes.
We're going to get that
Or
too.
down the road, however you want to see it.
What Joey Logano...
Yeah, just make sure you don't go to Spin City after that.
Joey Logano has the option to slide up into Kyle Busch to widen out his entry. I'll see. I will believe that might happen. Contact.
Well, you're going to need a push. We saw Kyle Busch use that push with his hand gesture out the window. Needing Eric Jones to get to his bumper, shoved him past Logano on the outside, slid up. That being said, you can't trust that push now.
Yeah, because they're going 3 wide.
They're going to put you 3 wide in a hurry.
Especially when his teammate went to the top. He's going to shove
out the window.
They will take the green flag with 13 laps to go.
No hand out the window for Logano.
Got the power down good. Didn't spin the tires. Dead even drag race. Kyle Busch drove it in on the outside. Kyle Busch back to the lead.
Busch up in front.
I wondered about that picking the inside lane, just like Kyle Busch did.
3 wide.
Now can Logano get to the outside and cross him back over, passing down here in 3 and 4.
Kyle goes way up the hill, and Joey hugs the bottom along with Blaney.
Just exactly like before. Did not get to his inside, though.
That's on.
What a restart for Kyle Busch. See him get that car rotated, turn back down the hill. If he's going to make the pass, he's going to be down here in 3 and 4, Michael.
Yeah, this is the end he's strongest in. Will Kyle continue to swing wide? Yes, he does.
Kurt Busch to 4th.
Joey really wrapping the bottom. One more speed through the middle. Needs to be door to door on the exit. Still not there.
And now Blaney closing up on the lead duo to the inside.
See Kyle Busch way up the racetrack. Joey looks like he's searching a little bit.
Got a run.
Middle.
Got a little bit of a run off too.
Using a little bit of a push from his teammate.
Look at him dive deep into the corner.
Oh, stayed high this time.
But Blaney is the one of these 3 without a win.
I like that move. He actually stayed closer to him on exit, kept the momentum, moving a little bit higher, turning low.
And he does it again, Clint. He liked it too. He liked what he felt. So he moved up the hill in 1 and 2 as well.
And Kyle wiggles a little bit, got loose up off. Here's going to have a run. Is he going to make his move? Diving to the bottom. He's going to have to exit, be there on the exit. Still not going to happen.
Here, 3 back Blaney, 9 to go.
Wow, this is intense.
They put a little distance on Ryan Blaney.
I like this. Kyle Busch fighting that loose condition. He's got to keep that car underneath of him. Don't bobble and hand this to him.
And he is running a risky line right up on the top of the racetrack. He steps off that line 1 foot the wrong way, and he's going around.
Well, that's exactly what happened that lap before. This time, perfect. Nailed it. Carry a lot of momentum off the corner. I think when Logano makes that line and move up a little bit in 3 and 4, it carries the momentum better off of 4, puts more pressure on him down here getting into 1.
He's closer.
Needs to keep working on that. I like this. Setting him up. Pretty much single file behind these guys. The race is on for the lead.
Oh, he makes good time when he goes up in the middle of the racetrack.
Yeah, just like before. Keep working on that.
7 to go.
Stretch it out of that car lane, 7 to go.
You can do this.
Discipline there.
Come on, let's go.
A bit early. Gets the car rotated back to the throttle.
Oh, you can taste victory.
All he's got to do is get door to door, get a little bit of a side draft. You see his car rotating just a little bit better than Kyle Busch. Almost. Not quite yet. So much patience here.
Kyle really got to the gas hard there.
Yeah, but you see, you got to be careful not to drive a push into it. Got tied at the wall and had to lift. Joey got right to his back bumper. Man, Kyle's really driving it off in the corner.
Here's the closest Logano has been in the last 6 laps.
Is he going to be door to door? This might be it. Might be. Oh, not quite.
5 to go.
Toyota versus Ford.
Oh, he got loose.
Was that a bit of a stumble on the shift a bit? But he recovered quickly.
Yeah, he did. Good point. Almost helped him.
2-horse race with 5 to go.
You got two guys going for it. You saw them both slip up. You seen him.
Kevin Harvick.
18 slip up off 1 and 2. You know that high line is.
Ever since he got mired in traffic, drove all the way through the field to 4th, and now he's going to have a chance to race for a victory.
That's a hard hit for Kevin. You could hear it in his voice.
Look at Kurt. Looked like he did when we talked to him about an hour ago.
AMR safety team very quickly on the scene to tend to Kevin Harvick.
Kevin taking his time. That's a hard hit. He's shooken up a little bit.
Yeah, I talked to Corey LaJoie after a couple of hard hits at Charlotte. He said it's just the impacts just seem greater these days for some reason. And you could see Kevin was having a moment there to catch his breath.
You don't see that out of Kevin very often. That's one tough cat.
That's exactly what he is. The closer, and he is tough.
So Kevin Harvick walks away. Let's show you what happened. As he said, something like a brake rotor exploded, something like that, he thought.
Right down into turn 3, the worst place that anything could have went wrong.
One of the left side tires locked up early. You could see the black marks on the pavement, and the car shot to the wall.
Right side, a flat shot like that is always your hardest hits. Yeah, you saw it rotor. I think it was a right front, actually. It had the left front locked up. I think it blew the tire out, too, when it went away.
Well, let's ride with Kevin.
There it is.
Oh, easy. And hold the brakes, stay high here.
Sounds violent.
It is violent. I want to
Now
see the
look
right
at the
front.
right front
I
here.
don't know if the tire went, you know,
It was smoke, like
Yeah.
the rotor blew up, like Kevin said. You heard it popping in there.
Watch the right front.
See the smoke?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah. Yeah, the right front. It was, I think it was the rotor. He was right.
What about Larson? Heads up driving there to make sure he didn't slide up into that mess.
Big hit, guys. And, whoa, what
a couple of cars take the opportunity to pit.
Mike,
Speaking of opportunity.
Are we going NASCAR overtime?
Yes, we are.
Don't you love that?
Well, no.
What?
I mean, yes, it's exciting. It's a thrilling way to finish the race when you have a late caution. I like it much better than ending the race under caution. I just hate what happened to have to cause it. That's what I meant.
I agree 100%. Obviously, I hate that Kevin had a problem, but NASCAR overtime, these guys are really going to push and shove.
I think there's 4 cars here that it's any one of them can win this race.
I do too. It depends
one
on
little
how
slip up on anybody's behalf, it puts somebody else right in the catbird seat. Will they move them? Will they get aggressive? We're going to find out, aren't we?
I'm going to watch very closely Kurt Busch on row 2. He's had a really fast car, and I think he's in a good spot.
Poor kid there. He thought we had him. What happened, Dad?
So up into the top 10, Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell back up into the top 10, and A.J. Allmendinger. Two restarts ago, here's what happened. Logano on the outside of Kyle Busch.
You see Kyle Busch get a big jump, slides up in front of him, and I thought, man, that's exactly what he needed. Kyle Busch to the lead, going to drive off into the sunset. The weird thing is, the next restart, I would have thought that Logano would have took the outside, took the bottom, and Kyle Busch beats him on the outside.
But Logano said he didn't take the outside because if they came off turn 2 side by side, Kyle would run him up the racetrack in turn 3. That was the reason for the decision.
And Kenny Wallace said earlier when he was here, one of the best restarters in all of NASCAR is Kyle Busch. And I agree with
the other one is?
Joey Logano.
Oh, Logano.
Good point.
Now I'm going to watch closely and see if Kurt Busch can beat them both.
Or if Ryan Blaney or Kurt Busch can steal this race from the front row restarters.
If they get side by side and stay that way, they're going to beat 3 wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Logano won Darlington with a bump to William Byron. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, don't you think Joey Logano won't move you out of the way? Didn't like this. Thought William Byron put him into the wall. Wasn't going to have any of it. Didn't even give him a chance. Knocked him out of the way and went to victory lane. That was a bold move. Will he do it again? Might need to. Or he said he would.
Well, if you take the inside, it gives you the option to run a guy up the hill. And that's something that they'll consider.
Well, I can tell you this. I don't think you run him up the hill. I don't think you nudge him. If you're going to do something, you better do what Joey Logano did and just knock him out of the way, not give them a chance of retaliation, because they will.
He's explaining to his son why Kyle Busch is going to win this race.
Chastain back in the top 10.
Yep, there's Chastain. He's been in 7th for the last dozen laps or so. Eric Jones 6th. Almirola 5th.
Yeah, sorry, needing a good run.
Allmendinger's in the top 10.
What about the Dinger?
Yep.
Pretty impressive weekend.
Made his way. That was a cool shot of him flying home with his trophy, wasn't it? After winning out in Portland. There's Eric Almirola. Solid day for this 10 team.
Very.
There's the Dinger.
Christopher Bell's had a great day right there in 9th.
So we're going
like he's a little better car than 9th, but
Justin Haley, he won a truck race here. He's up in the top 15.
Sir. Hendrick cars had a little bit of hiccup this weekend. Caught them off guard. Old setups wasn't exactly what they were needing. I saw Jeff Gordon before the race, flew into his son, Leo. Got a chance to talk with him.
So we're going to restart with 31 cars on the lead lap. The only lap down cars are Stenhouse and Hamlin. Out of the race, Harvick, Ware, and LaJoie.
There's Stenhouse. Had a tough day here in St. Louis.
I think they got that toe link fixed on the right rear and got him back out, though. Still in it.
So we'll go green, white, checker. And, of course, if the leader takes the white flag under green, next flag ends the race.
Got to keep those tires clean. That's what the drivers are doing there, back and forth, getting any of the loose rubber on the track scuffed off of those tires so they can really hop on the gas. But that's something too, Clint. You've got to be very disciplined with as much horsepower as these cars have to get the gas down.
Where does Kyle Busch choose for this restart?
Well, I think he chooses the bottom because he doesn't want to be roughed up. And he just knows that the launch will be the key to this race. And then what does Blaney do?
Yeah, 1 and choose overtime. Green, white, checker.
All right, here's the choose.
He's going top. Oh, me. Let's open the door.
Now, one thing I do like about this, and that was a decision I guarantee you they talked about, that puts both Penske cars on the inside. You know Blaney's going to give him a big push. That's going to be important.
But then there's a pair of Toyotas, the Busch brothers, lined up on the outside.
Oh, you think you can trust your old bro back?
Old bro is going to give young bro a big push. I can promise you that. This guy's fought back from being outside the top 20 after the second stage.
We're going to see some of the sports finest putting on a show here for this sold-out crowd. I'm so happy they're all staying here. They're going to see one heck of a finish.
Can they keep them straight? Do they scrub? Do they crash?
Yes, and what's another one?
So behind them, Almirola and Jones in row 3, Chastain and Truex row 4, Bell and Allmendinger row 5, Cindric and Bowman, Larson and Haley, Dillon and Reddick, Byron and Smith, McDowell and Briscoe, the top 20, all on the lead lap. And here we go for the first attempt at overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Here we go. This is good stuff. This is what we've been waiting for.
Pace car, get out of the way, because here they come.
Look at those fans.
Cleaned up. Get some temperature in your brakes. You're going to need them. We're going to dive this thing off in the corner hard as we have all day long. Here we go.
Push me, brother. Push me. Burt doesn't get the start that.
No, he didn't.
He needed.
Joey did.
And he's going to dive in front.
Slide job. Moving up in front of him. Here goes the crossover. Kyle, will he get into him?
Inside 2, back both lanes.
No nonsense, no nonsense.
He's going to see another slide job right here. Kyle Busch drives it way off into the corner. Logano needs it. Oh, he slid way up the track. Crossover coming.
And here comes Blaney.
And he's got a pusher right behind him. And sideways is Busch.
Yeah, excuse me, Kyle's sideways loose.
White flag.
1 lap to go. The race is official.
Logano well out front of Kyle Busch. The race is for third. Kurt Busch and Blaney.
Behind them.
Come on, I want to see it.
Nobody's surprised.
Don't break up.
How about that restart? You knew it was going to be wild. Joey Logano. Those two were going for it. Joey did exactly what he needed to do.
Off turn 4, Joey Logano.
Nice job, dude.
The Penske Ford Mustang, a winner at St.
Good, thank you. Didn't break up on me on the final lap.
29th career win for Logano.
He won on 3
29th
new
on the
tracks.
all-time list.
Bristol Dirt, LA Coliseum, and now
What a race.
WWT
What a day.
Raceway.
What a weekend.
Oh, what a week.
What a year. I mean, it's been a great year.
And it has. We're
It
not
really
kidding.
has.
No,
it
it's
really
been
has.
Awesome.
If you try to every week, we preview these races and try to figure out, all right, who's it going to be? Who do we need to talk about? If you pinpoint one group, one organization, one team, you're going to be wrong every time.
Joey Logano won everything this weekend except the pole. He bobbled on his second round qualifying lap, started this race 7th, but dominated every category of practice. And on the final restart, beats Kyle Busch.
We finally got one right, Mike. We said Joey Logano was our favorite. And that's exactly who won the race. And he did it in dramatic fashion.
And it really was that way right off the bat. In practice, we had that 50-minute practice on Fridays, which coming to this new racetrack was something a little bit different. These teams had time to practice 3 different sets of tires on that day. And all 3 sets, he was the fastest.
Another new track, same winner.
How about that? He's magic at these new places. Pretty good everywhere.
Second win of the season. He becomes the 4th driver with multiple victories this year. And it's the 18th different track where Joey Logano has won. Tied for 3rd among active drivers.
Kyle Busch got a lot out of his weekend, a lot out of this day.
Got everything but the W.
Hang that head. What a great job. Didn't get that push by his brother.
That's got to feel so good with these fans, packed house, cheering for you like that, standing up there after a dramatic last lap pass.
There's Jamie Little.
Now, what a celebration for Joey Logano. He's got some fans, some kids holding his flag up. And the little guy gets the checkered flag. Joey, I don't know what it is. You've got a knack for winning at places we go to for the first time. And here, Gateway, what does it mean to you to win the first time here in a packed house?
Oh, packed house. Thanks for coming out, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that race. It doesn't get much better than that. Racing for the lead like that with Kyle, one of the best, is a lot of fun. And crossing each other back and forth. I knew it was coming, so I did it to him. I knew he was going to do it to me. And was able to cross back and forth there a couple of times in the last lap there. And good show Penzo Mustang for sure. Nice to get a few wins on the season here. Start collecting those points, but playoff points. But I'm out of breath, Jamie. I'm way out of breath here. What a great car though, really fast, and we kind of messed up in qualifying. And Paul made a great call, putting 2 tires on. Blaney did a great job with the push down into 1, which kept me close at least and be able to make the move. So good racing there.
Well, we watched your crew chief, Paul Wolf. I think he was sweating it out there when we had a couple of restarts there. But you mentioned it. What was it like? What's going through your mind when you're trying to decide which lane to choose? And if your teammate's going to be behind you to help you out?
Well, that's what I was hoping that Blaney would choose with me. And he did a good teammate move there, and then being able to push me and give Team Penske a chance to win the race. And that was cool to see. That was special to see, and like I said, but it's a good race crossing.
Joey Logano wins it at Gateway.
Kyle Busch strong all day long, comes home in second place. Kyle, we saw the crossover into turn 3 after the restart. How close was it to making that stick?
Not even close. You see me about wreck